Pastor Ed here with Daily Devotions for Friday, November the 24th, 2023. This weather report is just in. Thanksgiving weather. A weight watch and indigestion warning have been issued for the entire area, with increased stuffiness around the Beltway. During the evening, the turkey will diminish and taper off to leftovers, dropping to a low of 34 degrees in the refrigerator. Looking ahead to Friday and Saturday, high pressure to eat sandwiches will be established. Flurries of leftovers can be expected both days, with a 50% chance of scattered turkey sandwiches late in the day. By early next week, eating pressure will be low, as the only wish left will be the wishbone. One Thanksgiving, a family was seated around the table looking at the annual holiday bird. And from the oldest to the youngest, they were to express their praise. And when they came to the 5-year-old in the family, he began by looking at the turkey and expressing his thanks to the turkey, saying, although he had not tasted, he knew it would be good. And after that rather novel expression of thanksgiving, he began with a more predictable line of credits, thanking his mother for cooking the turkey and his father for buying the turkey. But then he went beyond that. He joined together a whole hidden multitude of benefactors, linking them with cause and effect. He said, I thank you for the checker at the grocery store who checked out the turkey. I thank you for the grocery store people who put it in the meat case. I thank you for the farmer who made it fat. I thank you for the man who made the feed. I thank you for those who brought the turkey to the store. And using his Columbo-like little mind, he traced the turkey all the way back from its origin to his plate. And then at the end, he solemnly said, did I leave anybody out? His older brother, embarrassed by all these proceedings, said, God, you left God out. Solemnly and without being flustered at all, the 5-year-old said, well, I was about to get to him. Well, isn't that the question about which we ought to think at Thanksgiving time? Are we really going to get to him this Thanksgiving? And so yesterday on Thanksgiving was not just a turkey day. It's not just a football game day. It's not just the Great Macy's Christmas Parade Day. It's Thanksgiving Day. It was Thanksgiving Day. National times of feasting and rejoicing were given to Israel by God, and the worshipers were to acknowledge him and give him glory. While Thanksgiving Day in America is not of biblical origin, it does recognize, however, a biblical principle. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 118. Verse 24. I came across this poem. Maybe you'll identify with it. 'Twas the night of Thanksgiving. I just couldn't sleep. I tried counting backwards. I tried counting sheep. The leftovers beckoned the dark meat and white, but I fought the temptation with all of my might. Tossing and turning with anticipation, the thought of a snack became infatuation. So I raced to the kitchen, flung open the door, and gazed at the fridge full of goodies galore. I gobbled up turkey and buttered potatoes, pickles and carrots, beans and tomatoes. I felt myself swelling so plump and so round, till all of a sudden I rose off the ground. I crashed through the ceiling, floating into the sky, with a mouthful of pudding and a handful of pie. But I managed to yell as I soared past the trees, happy eating to all. Pass the cranberries, please. Finally, one of the traditions, I guess you will, certainly has been for me and my family when I was growing up, now with my kids, is the movie It's a Wonderful Life. I noticed that it was playing, scheduled to play several times yesterday. Well, Jimmy Stewart, who I talked about yesterday in the movie Shenandoah, also was the star of It's a Wonderful Life. And he tells a story about the filming of that movie. He said, I had things happened to me during the filming that never happened in any other picture that I made. In one scene, he says, for example, George Bailey is faced with unjust criminal charges, and not knowing where to turn, he ends up in a little roadside restaurant. He's unaware that most of the people in town are arduously praying for him. And in this scene, at the lowest point in George Bailey's life, Frank Capra, the director, was shooting a long shot of me slumped in despair. In agony, I raise my eyes and, following the script, plead, God, dear Father in heaven, I'm not a praying man, but if you're up there and you can hear me, show me the way. I'm at the end of my rope. Show me the way, God. And as I said those words, said Stewart, I felt the loneliness, the hopelessness of people who had nowhere to turn. and my eyes filled with tears. I broke down sobbing. This was not planned at all, but the power of that prayer, the realization that our Father in heaven is there to help the hopeless, had reduced me to tears. The same God whom we worship, not just on Thanksgiving Day, but indeed each and every day. Hope you're still having a chance to enjoy this holiday time of Thanksgiving and not eating too many leftovers. And I'll be back with you again one more time tomorrow. Until then, take care. Bye.